of crystal ball knowledge. Welcome to class with Miss Gypsy Queen Lì Bäll. So, you want to know about crystal balls, do you? You want to give it a chance? You want to get to know how to scry with the crystal in your palms. Now, you want to tell the future and you want to tell the past? Well, get a load of this. You need a crystal of obsidian to make it happen. Well, you can have a crystal scrying ball, but we'll learn about that next time. So, this lesson will be asking a few questions about our crystal scrying ball or crystal ball and how we can utilize it. First question is, how do we activate the crystal ball? Today we'll be working with this and a moonstone egg or oval crystal ball. So this is how you activate your crystal ball. Okay? First, you want to rub some energy into your palms, but you want it to cool down. Then you want to rub some more energy, but you want it to cool down. You could do this with your egg right here or your crystal ball. So, pardon me. We'll do ours with ours right here. So it will look more like this. Crystal ball, and you could say a chant. So I won't there. No distractions. Crystal ball, activate for me. I'm giving you the programming, the programming that you need. Crystal balls like to be kept cool. They even like to go in the fridge sometimes, but only for like 2-3 minutes. But during the winter, they're fine if you're in like cold climates. Okay? Now, put one hand here and one hand here. You have to have a special table to use your crystal ball. It has to be round. Your table, your gypsy table. It's called a gypsum. So you want to circle around the scrying space and you say like that. So you go like that because you still have energy all around your hand, like that, and then you go like that again, and then you go like this, but like that, like as if you're going like that, but like that, and then you go towards it, and then that's you communicating with your chi chakras in your palm. And that's you activating them with heat, the element heat. And then this is movement, the element movement to get it flowing. And then you do like cool like it's like Tai Chi, but like power symbols, you know, in the air. And then after, I know it's very complex, but you know, if you're laughing and you think it's funny, well, that means you'll have the most fun doing it. So, this is what you do after you do that. You go. After you do not too much that you hurt your fingers. And then you rub the table, because this is your gypsum, so you want to regulate it too. So you just rub some of the leftover energy after you go like that. Well, you're going to be going like this. Okay, careful not to knock your crystal. And then you do the knocks. And then you call up a spirit, and that's that spirit's knock. Here it goes. Okay. And then after you do that, you go, you put your elbows on the table. Gypsies do that a lot, put their elbows on the table. You take your hands, they're like this. You face them to your face, and then you go like that. Now when you go like this, you have like maybe half an inch space between your fingers and the crystal ball. You could use any type of crystal ball you use. You could use a black one, and you can use like a clear crystal quartz. You could use a rose quartz. You could use green aventurine. You could use fluorite. You could use amethyst. You could use green garnet, and you can use red ruby for vampires, or like black obsidian or black tourmaline. You could even use pyrite or moonstone. Moonstone is a great one, like moonstone with black and white. Now that's if you have black obsidian, you do that knock. It's just a little like frequency that like sparks up the crystal and the type of crystal it is, but careful not to like hurt your fingers. You don't knock too hard, just as gentle, you know, gentle. You don't like this. It's very fun. So after you give it a spark, you just pet, you pet, you pet, because there's a lot of energies around your hands, so you have to beware. And you would probably prefer to do this in a costume, so that way you know it's time to do your gypsum work. And when you do your gypsy work, you want to know it's not okay to wear false aesthetic lashes. I know you're gonna want to, but it's not healthy for your eyes, and your crystal ball is just gonna be blinging on other people's news ball in the mystical realm that have like their glass ball showing like it's television with no plugs. Like their ball is gonna bling up, and you're gonna be on the news channel over there talking about there's someone with fake glued on lashes, because mystical people could like just grow them things long. So if you're on with glue on your eyelids, you're what's gonna be on the news, because we use these things for the news. So best you don't. Best you don't. But when I laugh, I'm not laughing at you. I tried them a few times, but I had such a horrible time with those things. So that's why I'm laughing. Oh, and by the way, if you have like an 8-ball or like a crystal scrying ball, like the glass, you could use Ouija, and Ouija will help you activate it real fast. Alright. Alright, next question. The next question is, why use the scrying ball if it is hard to activate? Because of this. It activates you. That's why. And you want to be activated. Each different glass ball or crystal ball that you use will activate a certain part of your brain, and it affects your chakras, your aura, your spirit, your personality, your emotions, the way you eat, drink, think, walk, clothes you wear. It affects all of that. And then it affects how you act. And then it will give you a better outcome of what it would be if it were without. So you're going to want to use these things. And don't worry, if you're feeling like you're going crazy, bad things are happening to you, it's because you're not cleansing your crystals. You need to cleanse your crystals every single month. And sometimes you want to activate your psychic powers if you turn them off for a minute there. But don't worry, like if they activate back when you turn them off, it's just because you need to use them now. So just use them and then you could turn them back off if you don't want to use your powers. But you know, it could be really fun. Some people keep it on and they just channel like an open channel at all times. And that's how we live, some people. And yeah, if you want, you can ask Ouija, like, what's going on, why are bad things happening, or like, what's going on, is it your crystals, if you think it's your crystals, because usually when things are happening that you don't like and it's making you feel very like claustrophobic inside your home or wherever you go, it's because there's something deep going on, and you just need to divinate with Ouija and ask him what's going on, and then everything will be okay. Because usually you just need to cleanse your crystals and leave them by like a plant for like a few weeks, and then everything will start feeling better, because when your crystals are cleansed, they'll start going through all the problems in the universe and start helping to fix them and monitor them, because that's what our crystals are doing. They're taking on big problems in the universe, not just what's going on with us, you know, because they're like crystals. They are like scrying balls. They can do things, you know, more than just sit there and look pretty and cute and cool and activate like certain abilities. They are doing a whole lot for us. So you want to just be aware, like your crystal is going to need to cleanse, because it's like having a nice joint at the end of the night. You want to sage your body. So these crystals need to sage, and the way they like to sage is running water and then a nice like plant pot with some room in between it. It doesn't want to be at the edge of your plant pot, and it's going to be scared it's going to fall the whole time. They can feel like they feel scared sometimes and stuff like that. So you want to talk to your crystal and make sure it feels okay, so it can do a good job for you, because it's taking on problems in the world. And you know, it's just, it looks like a pretty rock, but it's a special magical like mineral and item and rock, and it's just, you know, it's your pet rock. You want to take care of it. It feeds off plant energy, and then usually when it's time to come back to work, it will say like the plant is stealing its energy now, or draining its energy. But that's okay, it will take it back. You can like just swirl your crystal around the dirt and it will get it back, or you can just leave it. It will get new ones and updates. Sometimes it gives it to the plant and the plant grows better. Like when the crystal needs to be cleansed, the energy that the plant cleanses from the crystal makes the plant grow, and it like it's like nutrients and fertilizer for the plant. So it's like a win-win. And why you want to activate your crystal ball to scry with it is because it activates you, and then it makes you a better person, you know, and it will help you in the long term, you know. And don't forget, take all your vitamins. Don't overdose on them. Just make sure that you're getting a nice healthy dose of your vitamins. Each one is necessary. Yeah. Next question now. So, the next question is this. How is the crystal ball used with Ouija? So this is how the crystal ball is used with Ouija. Now, when you have your Ouija board and you want Ouija to feel comfortable, we usually keep a crystal ball, usually clear quartz or rose quartz, but not too much love, you know. You can have like a clear quartz or a scrying glass ball or globe, and what's it called, a globe or a ball? Or me again. Or you can just like keep a like moonstone or fluorite. Like Ouija loves fluorite, so do I. Fluorite is such a cool rock to work with. Or even amethyst, and then you can bring in the rose quartz because it just loves her crystals, you know, it's not love. Anyway, so, or beauty. Really mystical people use like rose quartz for beauty, not really so much for love. You know, we love our things know that already. We're fine. So, how it's used with Ouija is you usually take a crystal ball. You know there's like little tiny ones? These come in like different sizes. So the little tiny one, you would wear it in like a cage. You know those at the witch shop? They got the little spirally things, or you could get them online, Amazon or something, crystal cage, pendant, and then after you wear it, and then you can use it as a pendulum. So you would go around, if you have one of these or like whatever crystal you choose or scrying glass, you would spin it around, spin it around, spin it around, spin it around, and then when it starts to slow down and then looks like it's gonna stop, you would bring it down and then go to the letters and see which letter is it going to, and then you write them down, you write it down, or you type it in your phone if it's okay to use your phone with it for that conversation. So you have to ask Ouija if it's okay. And then after sometimes you just hold your planchette and you say, Ouija, can you please channel me and let me know what cool techniques I can use, because sometimes Ouija and the spirit board and the pendulum and the crystal download new techniques. So new techniques are downloaded, but this is the ancient method. We have one of these here, the Ouija board underneath it, and then after you go like that and you write down, and that's doing some serious experienced expert Ouija board thinking. And you're gonna want to do that if like Jumanji unlocks, and then like you're doing fine, your family's doing fine, your friends are doing fine, you're safe in your house, but you want to get down to some serious business, you would use your crystal scrying ball or your crystal scrying ball and a glass scrying ball. And remember, when you have a black obsidian, you're going to want to divinate about what you need, but every crystal that you get, you want like a different outcome, you know? So like owning just the black obsidian, it's a crystal with good qualities, but now it's shaped like a spear, so it's doing other things. So every shape that a crystal takes, it does something to the crystal and the shape of it. It has a reaction and an event and everything. So this is shaped like a ball, this one. So you're gonna want to make sure you have 5 scrying balls of glass scrying, not crystal quartz, just scrying. And then after you get your other kinds like rose quartz and everything like that. But you're gonna want to go through it with Ouija, and don't just buy any one. You have to buy the correct one that was sculpted just for you. So you're gonna want to wait for the planchette, and then one day, it's like when an angel leads you to the pet shop or something to get your animal. You're gonna wait for the planchette or Ouija to come and get your hand, or get your angel to come and get you and bring you on your site. It's usually, can't lie, Amazon or eBay, where they sell crystals at online. Good grade. And then after you go, and it will bring you to the glass scrying ball you need to get. And that's how I got this one. It was a special little thing that happened. But yeah, so that's how you get your scrying balls. You let Ouija help you get them, because sometimes Ouija's gonna make them and give them to you. But don't be a weirdo, you know, just accept the process, because it's cool things happening, you know. And Ouija's a fascinating person to know, so enjoy scrying. Next question. So, the next question is this. What does it depend on? This is what it depends on. It depends on the sky, the room temperature. So the sky. If the sky is gray, you're gonna probably be hearing like dark vampiric news or sad things that happen. That's why the sky is gray. Now, if the sky is sunny, you'll probably be hearing good news, because the sky, we call it weather news, because immortals back in the day, we used to get the news from the weather. Still do. Now, the temperature of the room. Crystals like it cool, but you have to talk to your crystals. They take command. So you always have to command your crystals. Crystals and crystal people, the crystal souls that come and help take care of the crystal on the inside of the rock so it can do its beautiful jobs for us. Crystal people. You may now eat, drink, and open up a temperature that you like. Sometimes you have to show them what the temperatures are, because they're not from here, they're from a cave. And they're rock, or whatever element that brought your rock about. So you would want to say, each day that goes by, open up one you like. If you're in a hot climate, but you know your crystal likes to be cool, you would put it in the fridge, not the freezer, just the fridge. Or you would put it in the freezer for just 5 seconds or 10 seconds. Take it out and say, record that. That's freezer temperature, but unlock that temperature with daylight if it's daytime, or nighttime if it's nighttime, because that's how they know what cold is, through your fridge. And then for the fridge, you would say, open up a frigid temperature with outdoors instead of the fridge. And you could say, unlock cool Canadian temperatures that are perfect for the crystal to feel comfortable and not feel overheated, because crystals can overheat because they like cool temperatures. Like when they're underground growing, it's cool. When it's in a cave, it's really cold usually. So crystals need cool temperature, and they get really hot and then they could break. It could kill the crystal people, so you have to always tell them, crystal people, please open up a cool temperature. And it's very important for every single crystal. Everyone, even the man-made ones, they need a cool temperature. Even for ones made from volcanic rock, after, they're gonna like a cool temperature. So that's it for that one. Well, let me just check again, make sure that was it. So yeah, Your crystal depends on cool temperature, and it depends on Ouija, because Ouija is going to be your crystal guide and your guide to all spiritual things, because that's the guide you can really go to talk to things. And now me, because I'll be there to help you too. So drop a comment if you have a question and we'll get to it. And he'll answer only. Next question. Now, the question is this. Is it Halloween? Well, I am in tune with Ouija, and he says where he's from, it always is. I wish I was from Halloween Town too. But you know what I heard? Once upon a time, everyone was from a place called Halloween Town. Some people got to stay, but some people got taken away by Santa's face. Next question. So, this is the question. How do you take care of it? Well, this is how. You have to get a Ouija board, and for a crystal ball, it's just like taking care of a crystal. Put it by plants, make sure there's not too much sun shining on it, make sure there's not sun shining on it at all, because that's heat, you know, and it gets hot real quick and you can break your crystal. You want to put it in a shade, leave it on a plant, run some cool water over it. The colder the merrier, but not too cold either, you know, just give it some cool water. You know, it doesn't need an ice bath or anything, but you know, it might like one, so you might give it one someday. If you want, in like a little like ice cooler for your soda cans with like some cold water and some ice, you can put all your crystals in there and they will love you. So you leave them in there for like maybe 20 minutes and then they're good. They don't need no more. They're good. Or you just put them in your backyard in the winter if you're in Canada or something, or somewhere cold, and leave them there for like the day, or like maybe like 2 hours, and then you can bring them inside. They'll be fine. Okay? Don't heat them up. Just bring them inside and put them on the stand. And how do you take care of it? You can always ask Ouija for double pointers on what to do to take care of your crystals. For a crystal scrying glass ball, it's the same thing. They cleanse the same way. Isn't that so cool? You just put them on a plant and cleanse them, or run them under some water. Sometimes they like a little dash of soap. You know, like make an official bath. It's so fun taking care of your crystals. You could get into the habit and you feel so good afterwards. And then, you know, you could sage the room, but not too much sage. You know, some people over sage and they get sick from it. You just sage it a bit, and when you start feeling all good inside your room, you've done enough sage. A little bit can be a lot of sage, so mind you. And that is how you take care of them. But also, Ouija is a great help. Alright, next question. So, this is the question. How does your crystal ball work? Or your crystal scrying glass? Or not crystals, glass. So, it works through your energy. They feed off of the energies you can provide, and they feed, well, they don't feed, but you know, they work off those energies. They work off the energies around you in the air. They work off the news, whatever's going around, so make sure you're a superhero and you stop them world problems. And they work off of the universe and outer space. They work like, kind of like Wi-Fi, something similar to Wi-Fi. That's how they work. Yeah, like aura. Think aura, chakras. They connect to your chakras. They connect to water, power. If there's like water and electricity going on around there, somewhere in the world, they're working through that. They work through like other people's powers. So while you're connected to this crystal is connected to someone with superpowers, just like your crystals, you know? So I can be connected to like Superman, and one day, if I ask my crystal a lot, like, are you connected to anyone with powers out there, like with super duper powers? And then you could be like, I'm asking you, give me some of those cool powers, let me see what it's like, you know, and if I like it, let me keep it. So you can talk to your crystal like that. Usually, you know, people use crystals to like develop powers anyways, because that's what they're for, to develop powers. And they help work immortal technology like spaceships and stuff. So be careful with activating your powers with crystals. You don't want to get hurt. Get hit by a flying spaceship you didn't know you own. Anyway, that's how I take care of it. Oh, that's how it works. So, and it works like through spirits, because spirits have like a lot to do with them growing. So they work with mystical, mastical people and beings and energies and essence. They work through essence as well. So when essence is near, a crystal will appear. Well, there's more to come because this class is far from finished, but I'm not going to stress an immortal out with a long class. But here's your homework. You have to get a crystal ball! But for now, you can get like a little tiny one, like this big, and put it in a cage and wear it on a long string hanging up to here like this Ouija one. And you can use it as a pendulum. I have a great one you should get. You should get fluorite. Fluorite is perfect for you. You know it is the stone of the genius. Happy Halloween! Around here, Halloween is gonna be every day. I'm joking. That was a sign for love, if you need to know. Alright, bye! See you later! Oh, and a bonus question is, what are these used for? Now, there was a myth going round that a crystal egg was an egg for your womb. But here's the truth, the crystal egg wants nothing to do with you and your rooms. So get a hair and get it fair. Just get a cage and wear it here. Silly willies. So that's what you do with it. You get a crystal cage and wrap it around and wear hair. And then see your powers get unwound. Something will happen really cool to you if you're a mystical. And if you're not a mystical yet, prepare, because these things are super powerful. I love you, Crystal. Over. Alright.